Hello and welcome to a new video. Today guys we will be taking a very long video about a very competitive team actually. I love this team. I figured not everyone could be compatible with my best team for this season. So I figured I should make another team that's a bit easier to use. Now, this team has many core breakers. I'm not gonna lie and say it's perfect or anything, but it has enough bulk. The only Pokemon that isn't extremely bulky is Goodra, although it has some good bulk to it, it's not extremely bulky. Goodra here, you basically will rely on it for a flipping switch, and Goodra does well against everything, not gonna lie. But you need shields for Goodra, so in this team, basically you need to save shields for it. Alright? Now, let's be honest, it's gonna be a long video, because I'm playing in normal speed basically. Here I wanted them to make me go as slow as possible so they don't get enough fun. We end up barely not making the move, but it's alright. Anyway, this is an intro game, not something that I care about, so no issue. Back to what we were saying. Someone asked me if I can make videos like this, slow, so I can explain my thought process, why I do certain stuff, and I figured one set isn't enough. So today we will be featuring basically two sets. We will explain slowly every single decision we make, and I highly recommend this team. I really mean it. This team is strong. I'm not gonna start commentating, so I'm gonna be boring you with some useless information, like the fact that I'm remodeling the room in which I film in, and I'll be moving, so maybe content will be a bit low for the next few days. Also, I did reach veteran, but the problem is that I have a lot of videos, so you'll see probably the video of me hitting veteran. I hit veteran like a week ago, maybe. All of these are a bit older. I was trying to make a good team, so I was dropping towards basically 100 to 200 and then climbing towards veteran with each team. I'll be featuring 3 teams in this week, hopefully. So, yeah, it's not gonna be technically live videos. It's gonna be a bit late. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you see the bulk of this team. I believe we are going to lose this game. Not so sure. I wasn't paying any attention, and I selected randomly. Basically, I selected the last 11 games I played with this team, so if we played and I didn't feature your games, I'm really sorry, but I recorded roughly around 60-70 battles with this team, so I cannot feature each and every one. But yeah, we will be losing this one, not an issue. I just hope that we didn't make any mistakes, and this is not one of the battles from later on. So yeah, let's begin now. One thing you will see with this team is that it struggles against ice types, because both your lead and your safe swap are weak to ice, basically, because Goodra here is a safe swap. However, Goodra, well, ice types, when we say ice types, we have Alolan Sandslash. Alolan Sandslash takes super effective damage from Mudshot, Earthquake, and you can bait it with Stone Edge. Stone Edge also hits for super effective damage versus what's it called? The Seal? Okay, I forget names, I'm really sorry. But yeah, the water and ice type Seal. So, and Goodra has a play versus them, because Goodra is bulky enough, even if you hit it with an Ice Punch, it can survive it. And more so, Aqua Tail is very cheap. Like, you reach it in 12 turns, or if you count by 2 turn moves, or 1 second, you reach it in 6 seconds. And Dragon Breath is oppressive, especially when it's a stab, like in this case. So it's not gonna be much of an issue, unless there is one scenario. I cannot remember the Seal one. What's it called? Not Warren and this family, the other family from Gen 1. Yeah, this one, when you outpace basically to Stone Edge. So when they shield the first one, you struggle. Mandibuzz, you cannot really two-shot it. This is why it's a bit tough for Clodsire. You need 3 moves to KO it, because Stone Edge is not a stab. not same type attack bonus. You don't get same type attack bonus on this move. This is why you need 3 moves to KO Mandy, and Mandy has cheap charge moves that deal a lot of damage, and also on top of that they are all stab, and a fast move that generates a lot of energy, so makes games a lot tougher than usual. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see much of a win con right here. It's looking very tough for me. I mean, Stone Edge does around 50-55% of Charjabug's health, maybe a bit more, and Body Slam do add up, but they reach energy very fast. So this team is already looking very tough, and yeah, for a featured team, I'm sorry by the way if I feature a team that has losses sometimes, but you cannot always feature the good stuff. I mean, I know some people will go like, yeah, if this is the best content you can come up with and you are losing in it, basically, then the team sucks. No, it's not, and every team has losses. If you see a content that's, or even mine, when I feature, for example, a set that's 5-0, that doesn't mean that the team is perfect. If I play another set, I'll probably lose a shit ton of elo. So we all lose. When you get 55% win rate and you play a lot, 55%, by the way, is more than enough to reach your legend level. So don't overstress it. Alright? Earthquake here, I didn't see, but I believe, oh yeah, it does. This is a shadow, it does KO in this particular moment, but you cannot really, or maybe, oh, maybe if they shield this, maybe if they think they are not counting and they think this is an Earthquake, maybe you have a chance. Ooh, what a giga chat. And they can probably farm me all the way down. They decided to throw, but they could have farmed me all the way down and had 2 moves stored. And this is looking very tough already. 1 Mud Bomb is more than enough to KO, of course, and we are very low. And yeah, they have a shield left behind, and 1 Volt Switch plus, I guess they can still throw 1 Mud Shot, so basically, we can still maybe survive 1 Volt Switch, but we will die to the next. Yeah, barely. We'll die to the next. We had 2 moves, but still, the damage will register, so I cannot throw them. So yeah, this is the first battle for you. Alright, into the next battle. Bastiodon lead. Now this is very good for us, especially because Bastiodon is very famous in the lead. Like the core, I don't even want to call it a core, but the trio of Shadow Victreebel, Bastiodon, and Wigglytuff are everywhere. You see it in different formation, but this team does well against it because basically in that team, if you are playing against Bastiodon as well as Shadow Vic and what's it called, Wigglytuff in the back, they will swap out into Shadow Victreebel because they cannot really swap out into into their fairy because we are a poison type after all. So they will swap up into their Shadow Vic. You go straight for Goodra because you don't want Goodra to be aligned to their third, which is in 90% of the cases Wigglytuff. Even though you struggle Licky versus Wiggly, but it's not that tough of a matchup. And I believe this one KOs basically, or near KO. But yeah, however, Clodsire can near farm down Bastiodon. Like, that much of an oppressive play. Okay, here I'm fighting for switch basically, but yeah, got tough when they survived the move. But still, we can win alignment. We are on even shields. They are down a Pokemon, and Clodsire again has a very dominant matchup. So, however, Bastiodon has a very dominant matchup versus my Lickitung. So here I wasted a shield, even though I'm not gonna get a value out of what's it called, Goodra afterwards. There is no real value to it now because it's very low on health. But maintaining switch alignment is key in this team, and in most teams, to be honest. But in this team in particular, it's very essential because Clodsire can near farm down. To be fair, Clodsire can basically take 2 of these Pokemons out. They need, with Bastion, they need, I believe, like 5 plus Flamethrower to KO you. So yeah, here we swap out. We go straight Earthquake and we farm down afterwards. I believe this is a play. And afterwards we go for 2 Stone Edges. This is ideally the situation. We farm down, yeah. Look at the range, it's the health range. Imagine we can farm them all the way down. Mudshot after all is stab, and it's double super effective damage. Super effective damage versus rock. Look at the flamethrower. Super effective damage versus rock and super effective damage versus steel makes it double super effective damage. And since it's stab, look, it's chunking through Basti basically. We are at 100% energy here. My opponent just quits. They know the game is over, but yeah. Now this is a Wigglytuff. So when I see a Wigglytuff, I assume there is a Basti in the back. Again, and Shadow Vic apparently. So what we do, we go straight for Goodra. Even though Goodra can only hit my opponent. Sorry, it's an RPS, but I'm not sorry because you are running a very toxic team that relies on zero skills and basically only tapping in most cases. So yeah, this is what you get when you play an RPS team. You get RPS. So guys, always aim to go for teams that require a lot of skills. Even though it's harder to play, it gives you more room to play. When you play a team like Basti and Wiggly, etc., you either win or you lose. There is no real skill behind it. Now here is stuff. If they swap normally right away and you go 2 shields and they go 0, they need to go 0. If they don't shield Skarmory and you go 2 shields, you can take Skarmory down and flip switch. And this is the idea behind using Goodra as a safe swap, because Goodra can take shields, as Clodsire and Lickitung can play without shields. They are very bulky. So the idea is when you find a very common core of what's it called, Whiscash and the Skarmory, you swap into your Goodra, hope they swap right away, and throw as soon as you reach the Aqua Tail. They start basically, especially in a lower elo range, they don't really shield a move that's not stab and is very cheap, especially since they didn't get the shield back yet. So they are afraid in a very dominant matchup to lose shield. However, here my opponent is very expert. They throw one move, they swap out, they know it's a dominant matchup for them still, and now they can even go for 2 Brave Birds, I believe. Yeah, so they will even threaten to take my shield, or I have to throw. Why didn't I throw? Oh yeah, I throw here. I make sure they don't catch for some reason, because they can get the idea of stoning a Brave Bird and dipping. But yeah, so now what do? We hope they don't throw, but they do. This maybe not KOs, but near KOs. It will near KOs, if not fully KOing us. Yeah, near KOs, but they did lose their energy, and unless... Yeah, this game is looking very tough, to be honest. This is an RPS team, basically. We lost the first game so far. Intro, never mind the intro, but we lost the first game so far. And it looks like we are gonna lose the second one. Okay, now I see a win con. This is a famous team, by the way. I believe Tafisar even played it. Like the famous score with Giratina Origin as a safe swap. Now okay, my win con here is to survive 2+ Shadow Balls and to farm them all the way down. This is basically our win con now. I believe I can. By the way, Giratina has access to a dragon move, but no one uses it. Dragon Pulse is a very shitty move, so in most cases you'll see it with a triple Shadow moveset of Shadow Claw, Omnious Wind, and Shadow Ball. Now, Lickitung is a normal type, so it double resist Ghost type moves, but still, nonetheless, look at the Shadow Ball. Yeah, this is very fun to see, but still, can we? Yeah, we can. I guess we can. Alright, we can. Now all we need to do is just to throw the moves, basically, back to back, and this is it. Alright, now this was a very tough game, and unless we had something similar to this where we completely walled the opponent backline to the point where Lickitung took down 2 Pokemons, yeah, we wouldn't have won. By the way, look at the lag. I'm losing like a shit ton of games because of this. The game lags, I cannot reach the last few bubbles, and I don't KO my opponent, happening all the time. Anyway, frustrating, but nonetheless, you can't do anything about it, so... Alright, now there is definitely something wrong with this video. I have probably fucked up big times. But yeah, again, I'm really sorry. I don't have much time to edit. But yeah, this is like the third... no, we played one where our opponent dropped the game. Maybe, no. Maybe this was... right? I'm not so sure. If I have mixed any game or so. If so, please forgive me, guys. I'm really sorry. Now, next said, okay, this is tough actually, because Lickitung cannot see this, and even actually Gudra struggles. You only hit it for resisted damage, and superpower is stab, and superpower hits like crazy. And Frenzy Plant here hits like crazy, and we only can hit them for resisted damage. Granted, we might have a Sludge Bomb, but I don't run it. And normally, when people have Sludge Bombs, they have Poison Sting as a fast move. They either use it as a basically as a nurse, as a ground type, or as a. Okay, we have hope. Here they. I shouldn't throw. I should throw before they finish the turn. What the fuck? What did I do that? Why did I do that? But yeah, maybe they still need 2, and they cannot. So we can actually throw 2 Aqua Tails. I'm lagging. Okay, still. I should play better. I should have thrown 1 turn before they reach the move. They decide not to shield at all. Okay, this is getting tougher and tougher. Okay, how am I supposed to win this? Maybe if I try. Maybe if they shield here. Even if they don't shield here, and we shield the superpower correctly, maybe we can farm down with Lex. If they don't shield, they do shield here. Alright, now this is tough. Also, to be fair, Earthquake does. Maybe from this range, it will leave it with a bit of HP. I can let this first superpower go. It's probably gonna be a Frenzy Plant. But even if it's a superpower, Lickitung is very bulky. It's Frenzy Plant, yeah. Ironic. Like, imagine baiting with a move that requires more energy. Okay, now they are in Body Slam range. If they shield here, I can probably snipe them with an Earthquake. I believe an Earthquake should KO from this range. Maybe we snipe, Snipe. They swap out. Big mistake by my opponent, because 1 Stone Edge now will KO. Here I throw after 1 for 2 reasons. 1, that I already reached 100 energy, and 2, because I don't want the damage of the Incinerate to register. The damage register 1 turn before the... Why am I committing to it? Why the fuck? Granted, this is a play, but had my opponent thrown, actually this would have been a very tough situation. So yeah, I made it a lot more complicated than it should. Nonetheless, we won. Sometimes our opponents make mistakes, and sometimes our opponent give us a Bastiodon lead, and we gratefully thank them for it. They swap out here. I swap into Gudra. I'm a bit late and I'm laggy a lot, but nonetheless, Dragon Breath on its own is more than enough. I should throw before. This way they might get tempted to shield, and if we get shield advantage, it's better and better. They might be getting tempted to shield because not only they need switch, they desperately need switch. I guess I can survive that unless it's Sludge Bomb, but since they already shielded, I can mirror the shield. I'm gonna give them a bit of farm, but I'm gonna reach a move. I'm gonna give them a bit of farm with their Wigglytuff if they have a Wigglytuff in the back. But I'm gonna be able to throw at least an Aqua Tail, because after the... I cannot survive a lot. They come with... Okay, interesting. What do they have in the back? Or maybe they figured that Basti is useless in this situation. Or maybe sometimes they can have actually Annihilate, by the way. We reach 2 moves. Now I'll be tempted, if I'm playing with my own mindset now, not before, I'll be tempted to actually come with Clodsire and just farm them all the way down. They have to swap out, of course, but I'll be tempted to farm them all the way down. They throw. Alright, now them throwing could mean potentially that they have a Wigglytuff in the back. They are just getting desperate and hoping they can... yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, my friend, but you cannot really win that. And they have Icy Wind, and Icy Wind is super effective damage, so they will shield this because the second one will not deal as much damage. So we bait. Nonetheless, this is actually a done game already. I just need to throw this and swap out. After throwing the Earthquake, I just... Well, this is a GG basically. Lickitung can more than easily take care of it, and even if Bastiodon farms down Lickitung, we still have a shield, and yeah, my opponent should top left by now. Again, no one knows, maybe I lose internet, end up winning, but Body Slam doesn't KO here. Seems like I'm doing so. should go for Power Whip, yes. And yeah, GG. Basically, why is my opponent still hoping for... Probably, again, maybe I lose internet, maybe some stuff. Oh no, they top left, yes. Alright, into the next game. Now versus Lantern. Versus Lantern isn't actually a dominating matchup, because if they shield an Earthquake, basically you need 8 for the first Earthquake and 7 for the second. They constantly reach their move after 6, and we make a beautiful catch, because in this scenario we have somewhat of an ABB line, meaning for Lantern we have 2 answers for Lantern other than Clodsire. So there is no really a need to take a super effective damage. Especially if we lose Clodsire in this team, and some matchups they get pretty complicated and tough to play around. My opponent is staying in because they figured that basically their Lantern is useless. I mean, if my lead beats it, my safe swap beats it, I'll probably have another Pokemon since I swapped out into a matchup. I probably have another Pokemon that probably beats it as well. So they were like, you know what, let's destroy it and then soften it up. And actually a good play by my opponent, because now in theory they can farm me all the way down. I reach a move and Dragon Breath is chunking, so basically we get Rev into like 50% or so health. But sadly for my opponent I have a Lickitung, and this is a dominant matchup for Lickitung. Even though we hit for resisted damage fast move, I don't charge move, I don't really need to throw. Seed Bomb is not a bad move, and since Trevenant is a attack weight Pokemon, if they throw 3, like, they get us into farm down range ourselves. And the thing with Clodsire is that it doesn't perform well if your opponent has shields. It's very slow, it doesn't have any bait moves, so you struggle when your opponent can hide behind their shields. However, things are looking good now. I should throw this one, maybe even shield once and throw another. This way the licks alone will get them into Earthquake range. Yeah, it seems like I'm doing that, or no, I'm going for a catch. I'm baiting, but I shouldn't bait here. I should go straight for Earthquake because I need 2 moves to KO. And with Stone Edge, I'll probably... my opponent shield, but nonetheless, I shouldn't bait in this scenario. However, now to think about it, I should save my shields for Lickitung and just go through the team, basically. But yeah, now the game is over. See how dominant these Pokemons get. Now, my play would be to just leave it without shields. I already landed the Earthquake, so just even if they throw a return, I don't care. I shouldn't shield. I should let my shields go, and with having 2 shields, basically I can farm them all the way down. Both Pokemons with Lickitung, this is the play, but they go instead. Now I might be getting tempted. No, I'm still not tempted to shield, and yes, the play is the safest play. Hiding behind 2 shields, meaning they cannot really take Lick out. I can go for a Body Slam now, actually. Don't need to farm them. Yeah, dominant matchup. Nice team, by the way, from my opponent, but I played a similar core with Trevenant lead and Lantern backline. The problem is Licky is everywhere, and Licky is tough to beat. I played it also with Azu, I believe, so yeah, it was very tough. Now this is tough. This is tough, but this is why you have Stone Edge for the Flyers, because in this team, actually, ironically, Clodsire is the answer for Skarmory. So yeah, we beat Skarmory, believe it or not, depending, of course, if they land a Brave Bird or no. But yeah, in some scenarios, we actually beat Skarmory. Alright, we go here. So this is the beauty of the dragons, like in this scenario, Goodra or Dragonite, not Dragonair, because they have super effective damage moves versus this thing here. Dugong, thanks game for reminding me. Super power from Dragonite or power up from Goodra, making it a very good move. They will go for Icy Wind, of course, because both moves are super effective damage, and if I shield, they get the advantage of having debuffed me and getting a value out of my bait. I should have thrown. Okay, throw now. Good timing. This is super effective damage, but I'm debuffed, so I'm not gonna KO. But even their move won't KO, so I believe the play here is to let them throw an Icy Wind, hoping it's an Icy Wind. Okay, I can also farm them all the way down from this range actually. Even though I'm double debuffed, I'm still gonna do enough damage to farm them. Yes. Can we? You can. Oh, okay. Now we have a lot of energy and I can swap out and clear the debuff right away. So this is getting promising actually. A bit promising at least. They will probably go for digs here. I don't believe they will bait. They need basically they do bait. Don't bait. Aerial Ace got buffed, but nonetheless, it's still a very shitty, very shitty move. Here I should go for a Power Whip. They probably won't shield the first and save their shields. They shield the first. It's actually smart because if you shield the first, you are basically playing against what I just wanted to do. However, if you don't shield the first, you're gonna end up shielding a body slam. Definitely, because the second move you have to shield, so your opponent will go for a body slam. Here I'm going for a body slam. I can save another body slam basically. What is my play here? Yes, exactly. I'm saving a body slam and I'm going to throw this, and also to be fair, I believe they are in a range where one Stone Edge can KO. No, we need the Stone Edge as well as the body slam to KO. Can we still win this though? I mean, can they get enough energy, because our fast move deals next to no damage? So can they get enough energy for we have a shield. That's what I was hoping they would do. Yeah, this is actually a good game. I played it better than I expected. Oh, look, surviving is 1 HP. Maybe if my opponent is through here, actually, they made a mistake, because looking at the health range, if they had thrown, even if I shield, I'm gonna lose 1 HP, regardless. So actually, if my opponent had thrown in this scenario, even though I will shield, I will actually lose the game. So yeah, it got a lot tougher than what I expected. Here this is 2 Virgin. If this was a Powder Snow Virgin, I'm fucked on both the lead and the safe swap. But since they are Charm, we are poisoned, so we are resisting the Charm and we are hitting for super effective damage with Stone Edge. And we can take one move. Clodsire is very bulky, and again, in this team we tend focus on tend to save moves for shields, for Goodra. However, things are getting complicated. Maybe I can throw this and then go to Goodra and use the shields and take them down. Yes, I do exactly that. I can shield here. I need still 2 Aqua Tails to KO, even from this range. I will hope they go for a Brave Bird, but they don't really have a reason to go for a Brave Bird, because even if I win this, I don't shield actually, and I take it. And even if I win it, they will farm me down with their Aron Ninetales. So yeah, they don't really have any incentive to go for it. However, I believe, no, they are playing it perfectly. I should shield here to maintain alignment, and I can farm them all the way down. Threaten basically the Alolan Ninetales with a Power Whip. Power Whip is not something easy to take, even though they are in full health. Okay, here we lag. Could have actually gone for 2 Aqua Tails if I didn't lag, but now that I didn't time it well, due to the lag, of course, I have to go for 1 move. And look at the damage. Here maybe it's, yeah, exactly, there is a very decent thinking of going to Lickitung. It's not an easy scenario by any means. They reach a move, they need another one, and Bastiodon. Okay, this is tough because yeah, this is not just tough, this is unwinnable actually, because they will shield this. There is no reason for them not to shield, and if they shield, they can KO us with 1 move, and as long as they KO us, even if I had the shield, not them, Bastiodon will still beat Licky. Bastiodon can beat Licky down shields, so it's a very dominant matchup for them. Ironically, like, look how dominant Bastiodon is. Bastiodon can win in neutral scenarios versus another bulky top-rated meta. Down shields in neutral scenario, we are both hitting for neutral damage with all our moves. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Basically, we climbed very good elo with it, like 300 elo for two. All the 3 teams I'm gonna be featuring in the next few days, I have climbed basically 300 elo with. So I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you try this team, how it goes for you, the experience I mean. And yeah, see you on the next one. Bye bye.